Okay, so you got the Pats. I'm gonna ride with you on that one. Fun fact: between the Bears and Chiefs this week, it is so Patrick Mahomes has the most winning percentage, the highest winning percentage of his career at .793, and Fields is the lowest at .185. Bears is another team that people were kind of hyped on. I think it was maybe too much hype. And then Justin Fields, looking like a statue, not running at all, barely at all. And he came out saying, maybe I gotta just go back to what I do, which is like kind of free ball it. And yeah, that wins you some games for sure, but the Bears have been pretty shitty for a while. And I think the hype that they were gonna win 8 games this year and win the division was way blown out of proportion, because last year they won 2 games. I think the year before they barely won any with Mitch Trubisky or whoever was at the helm. I can't remember off the top of my head. Dalton. So I'm just really curious to see how they're going to respond, because the Chiefs should have this. It's in Arrowhead. If they came back that one week 1 hiccup that they almost won, I feel like this could be a blowout. Do you have faith at all that the Bears can upset the Chiefs? Any? In Arrowhead?
Not much.
Yeah.
Not much. Not much hope. But
never know.
Last year, Justin Fields didn't look hot the first couple of games as well. He looked really bad.
It took him to game 6.
But then something just changed. He either just got more confident, got more comfortable, or I don't know what happened, but he looked amazing at the end of the season. Not MVP, but this guy could be maybe a future MVP,
Yeah.
He was making MVP type plays.
They got DJ more in the offseason.
Yeah, they got more weapons. They drafted some guys. Shout out Roshan Johnson, all you fantasy owners out there.
Great player. If you don't have him, pick him up.
Yeah, but the Chiefs, I just think that they're too experienced. They're too well coached. They're going to be playing in Arrowhead. Travis Kelce's back. Caught a touchdown last week. And of course, I'm extra biased. I'm sorry, I got to bring fantasy into every conversation, but Patrick Mahomes is my quarterback this year.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm hoping that he drops 5 touchdowns and yeah.
Look, they definitely could. The Bears defense is very sus. Let's put it at that. So let's see if that's gonna go. Another game.
A big game from Patty.
Another good game that we were looking at is the Steelers versus the Raiders. It's in Vegas. Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs hasn't got it going yet, but I'd probably write this game as it being a blow-up game, because the Steelers cannot stop the run really. Look at what they were. They couldn't really stop Chubb at all before he went hurt with that gruesome injury. Then Ford was running back and forth all over him. That was a weird game. The Steelers offense is weird. Ryan and Tom were saying that. It is really weird. They should be a lot better, but it's just Pickett, the Pickens thing. That 71-yard catch was probably the highlight of the game, because the defense was doing everything.
Yeah, their defense is really talented. T.J. Watt, that guy's
gosh,
yeah.
All-time sack leader for the Steelers already.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Past James Harrison, I think half the game.
Wow,
that's insane.
I didn't even know that. That's actually really amazing.
Right.
Yeah, considering how many good players they've had on that defense too.
Yeah.
They've had some legends and some legendary teams on that defense. But yeah, the Steelers, they're a funky team. You just really don't know what to expect from them. Najee Harris has kind of taken a step back.
If you have him in fantasy too, I say put him in there. I think he's gonna have him and Jaylen Warren should have a good game. And as much as I like Jaylen Warren and I love Najee Harris even more, I've been a huge fan of him since college. And he's a freak, like you said. He's just physically huge.
It's really good, yeah.
And I think this week will be a bounce back game for him too. It feels like the last couple of games, just the tempo of the game. He's running up against he's been playing the 49ers, and then they were playing the Browns, who AFC North rivalry. So it's just, let's see how this goes. It might be bright lights. Hopefully no one's hungover for the game, but I got Steelers for this one.
Yeah, the Steelers, they're facing
the Raiders in Vegas.
The Raiders, yeah, that's right. The Raiders, Devontae Adams is him, that guy, he's still making plays. Good. Jimmy Garoppolo and him linked up, a few times last week, which is good to see against the Bills. They beat the Broncos week 1, and I think this is going to ruin your parlay, but I'm taking the Raiders.
All right.
I think the Raiders are going to pull it out.
I know, it's all right. It's all right.
I'm feeling the corrupt officials in Vegas. I'm feeling they're going to pull something, and the Raiders are going to win.
Okay. All right. Who has a better game on the ground, Najee Harris or Josh Jacobs?
Oh man, Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Both have been struggling this year so far. So let's see who gets back to who gets off to a better foot right now. Because Jacobs was held a -2 yards last week against the Bills, respectfully. But let's see how that goes. Other than that, there's a couple good Monday Night Football. Another doubleheader. So the Rams face the Bengals. That Puka guy. Yeah. Oh yeah. That Puka guy is popping off. The hottest name right now.
Yes,
but the Bengals
please,
do
not this week.
Yes.
Because I'm playing it.
I just don't like it.
and I hate facing people on Monday night. It's so stressful.
I forgot. Yeah, you're gonna come down to the wire again.
3 weeks in a row.
Eagles, Bucks. They're both 2-0. I'm gonna have the Eagles. It's in Tampa, and Tampa's been playing actually really good. Surprisingly, I think a lot of people wrote them off, and they played the Bears. That a lot of people were super high on, and they fucking looked at butt all night. Justin Fields, they did the same screenplay 3 times in a row. It's like, come on, bro, this ain't Madden. You gotta switch it up a little bit. It's the NFL. You're paid professionals, and they picked him off, got a pick 6, sealed the game, and just feel like believe had under 15 rushing yards, if that, against them, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think that game's gonna be competitive.
Eagles Bucks.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
Bucks
Philly.
have a chance in that one.
Okay, so the DeAndre Swift was one of the talks of the week because people were like, oh, he only had 3 yards week 1. And then week 2, Game was out, and he had a career game, 175. They said they're going to ride the hot hand. Is the hot hand going to be Swift, or are they just messing with us? Are they going to go to Rashard Penny this week?
No, I think you got to give it right back to Swift for performance like that.
Yeah, you can't just put him on the bench and give him 2 catches.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Gainwell's a good player, too, but he's not at the caliber and the high ceiling of even Penny, too. Swift and Penny.
Well, if he can get in there and make plays,
yeah,
then use them both.
Yeah,
but
1A, 1B.
Swift, he looked great. The Eagles, their offensive line was great.
Yeah.
Fields can run the ball. Gainwell can run the ball. They got a bunch of talent.
Hurts.
Oh, what did I say?
Fields, I think.
Oh, Fields.
It's okay. I did the same thing earlier.
Hurts can run the ball. So it just kind of depends on the hot hand, I guess, too. And that offense is so dynamic. They run so many different plays. They can run it. They can power run it. They can do outside pitches to DeAndre Swift. They got Boston Scott. They got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith.
It's a really low. Dallas Goedert.
Yep, Dallas Goedert as well. So
who you got?
I'm taking the Bucks.
All right. That blows up my parlay for a while.
Dude,
just can't, if it happens.
Let's see.
Let's see.
For the Eagles.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a great point. Okay, Slater, well, anything else you want to talk about? We got some good fights going up. We're going to have a good football Sunday, hopefully. Hopefully everything goes our way, fantasy and our wins and stuff. Maybe the Pats win, Chargers win.
Yeah, I really hope I can take some wins this week in fantasy, Off to a good start. Hopefully I can continue that streak going, Shout out to Shane. Made the best man win. And yeah, the fights, Israel Adesanya just lost his belt to Sean Strickland. That was pretty insane to watch. We got Canelo versus Charlo coming up. That'll be a good fight, boxing wise. And yeah, football, I'm excited, man. Calvin Ridley, let's go. Bounce back week, baby. Let's go.
All right, G, well, as always, it's been fantastic. Looking forward to it. Stay tuned. Thank you for everyone staying tuned with us and always showing support. Until next time, we out.